Hey there, I'm a fellow barbecue enthusiast. Mike Baker here, Baker's Barbecue. Hey, today we got the Oklahoma Joe's Bronco all fired up, filled full of cherry wood, and we're gonna be smoking a Boston butt, about a 10-pound Boston butt, and about a 3-pound beef tri-tip. So we're gonna get the Boston butt going. We're gonna bring it up to about 203 degrees internal temperature, and we won't wrap it until the bark is formed. It's got a nice looking bark to it, and we're ready to get that thing wrapped up, put back in. So the tri-tip kind of the same way. We're gonna put it on probably 3 or 4 hours after we put the butt on, and let it go until it forms a really good bark. Then we'll wrap it in butcher paper and bring it up to about 200, 203 internal as well. I'm gonna cook it brisket style today, and a lot of people have really kind of dinged me about doing that, but trust me, you can take a tri-tip and cook it brisket style, and it tastes almost like a brisket flat. Juicy, tender, just like a brisket. So I urge you to try it. So let's get the smoke all going like we got. Get your smokers out, cook right along with us. Let's get to smoking. All right, so I've only had the butt on for about 3.5, 4 hours, somewhere in that range. And I just went in and put the tri-tip on. The butt is reading at about 163 in the center. Bark is looking good. I'm gonna take a quick look at it and show you here in a second, but I saw it when I put the tri-tip on. But it's got the tri-tip in. I'm thinking it's probably gonna go somewhere around 4 hours, 4.5 hours. I'm gonna cook it more like a brisket versus a steak. And of course on the Boston butt, my goal is to get that to about 203 degrees internal. So let's get this thing opened up and let's see how it looks. All right, a little smoke out of there if you can see it. Yeah, the bark is looking really, really good there on the butt. It's set up, it's not coming off. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz it again. Looking really good. Hope I may get my hat in front of the camera there. And then on the tri-tip, like I said, we just put that on a few minutes ago, and it's reading about 50 in the center. We're at 163 on the Boston butt, and I'm running between 255 and 265 ambient temperature on the smoker. So I'm gonna shut it back down and let it go. I'm not gonna be checking it much because I like to let that Boston butt go ahead and stay shut down as much as possible. You know the old saying, if you're looking, you ain't a cooking, and that's the truth. So we'll be back in a little while. Check it out. I'm gonna wait till the tip on the tri-tip comes on up, and so when I open it up next time, it may be time to spritz it, so that's why I wanna wait on it. So we'll be back shortly. It is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful day today. I mean, it's October 15th, I think it is, maybe 16th, something like that. But weather is 70s, sunny, and I mean, it's absolutely just a gorgeous, beautiful day. Perfect day for sitting out here, having the smoker all fired up. Oh yeah, it's gonna be some good barbecue here in a little while. And we're probably gonna get the karaoke going over there here in a little bit too. But anyway, it's a beautiful day for barbecue. Hope you guys are enjoying it just like me. All right, so we're at the 7-hour mark on the Boston butt, and the Boston butt's running about 192 in the center. I've not wrapped it yet. We'll let the bark develop pretty good. The tri-tip is running at about 154 in the center, and it has been on for about 2.5 hours, something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna open it up here. I'm gonna see how the bark is looking on the butt. I mean, it's almost up to 203. Coming up a little quicker than what I thought. But I'm gonna look at it, see how the bark looks. May need to spritz it. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and get it wrapped up in foil and put back in the smoker. So let's go over and check it out. Oh man, look at that. Wow, that color is beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and check it for probe tender, even though I've not put it in foil yet. As you can see, that sucker's probing pretty good, not even having been wrapped yet. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz it real quick. Bark looks great. Beggar's Barbecue competition rub is looking good, let me tell you. And the tri-tip's looking good as well. It needs to be spritzed just a little bit on that spot there. Looking pretty good overall. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rotate this rack around. Take this out. Tri-tip on that side for a little while. Get the butt back over here and get it wrapped. All right, we drop this down until I get ready to get the thing wrapped. Let's see if I can get a little bit better look at that. Look at that butt. Wow. That bark is killer, man. Let me look at that thing. Yep. Looking good. All right, so let's go ahead and get this Boston butt wrapped up. That thing is already about to fall apart on me. Oh yeah, look at that. Man, that's looking good. All right, so we're just let's do a simple wrap. I'm gonna wrap it, I'm gonna double layer it. Just come up and over. Back up and over here. Try to get it tight. Make sure you do not want to puncture your foil. All right, get it tight like that. And just flip it to the side. So when you come back up over it, it's gonna cover up the seams that you just created. Like that. Push it in there just like that, and I'm going to get my probe, if I can find it here. And that's going to be we'll go back down in the center. Just about like that right there. And I'm just going to pick it up, put it right back in the, right back here in the smoker. We'll let it finish out. I gotta tell you what, that Boston butt's looking good. Like I said, we're at the 7-hour mark on the butt, about the 3-hour mark on the tri-tip. I can't remember what I said a while ago, but I did the math a while ago. It's about 3 hours into that. And smelling wonderful. So got the butt wrapped up to 7 hours. Normally I cook them about 10 hours. It's actually already up there. It's about 198, but I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer. I'm gonna go to at least 203. But may go longer than that. It was probing kind of tender, but not like I like it. And part of that reason is because I've had it unwrapped this whole time. I usually go 7 hours unwrapped or 6 hours unwrapped, depending on the size of the Boston butt. And then I'll wrap it for 2 or 3, 4 hours, depending. So I'm gonna let that sit there like that. It's come together really good. I love the way the bark is looking. That's just kind of one of the things I want to talk about is that, and I've talked about this in other videos, but the time to wrap it is not necessarily based upon what the internal temperature is. I mean, sometimes the internal temperature, I've seen some people say, I wrap it 160 or 165. every time. And I've had periods of time where I've done that as well, but what I've kind of learned is I really go how the bark looks. I mean, I want that internal temperature on up there. I'm not going to wrap at 125 or 130, but I really like to go on up a little bit higher. I'm usually wrapping more in the 175, 180, sometimes 185. Today it was almost 190, and so I like to make sure that bark is developed as good as as best it can, and then from there I'll wrap, making sure my internal temperature is on up there. But that's the key, is look at the bark. And that's kind of where I'm at now in the tri-tip. I've spun the tri-tip around to the back side of the smoker. That's actually a little bit warmer area. And it's been in the front most of this time. So I've spun it around to the back. It's going to come on up to temp. It's right now, it's at 165. And I'm going to bring it to 203. I got a little bit of beef tallow that's rendering down that I will be pouring over this tri-tip. That I'm going to be wrapping up here in just a little bit in butcher paper. So it's come together great. Absolutely love barbecues, you guys know. So it's been a great day so far. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are so enjoying it. And keep your smokers going. So I'm going to take a little break here, get the beef tallow rendered down, watch the bark on the tri-tip, and get ready to wrap it up here in just a little bit. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up the tri-tip. First thing I'm going to do is open up the smoker and rotate the tri-tip around to the front, to where it make it a little bit easier for me to get it out of here. And the tri-tip is right at about close to 180 in the center. Sorry about that. Take it off, looking really good. You able to see that? Set that back down while we're doing this. All right, I'm not sure if you can see that real well, but as you can see, that's looking pretty good. Hopefully that wasn't a crazy looking shot there. If it was, I'm sorry about that. But all right, so I'm gonna take my beef tallow here, which has been rendering down in my little bitty skillet. And I'm just gonna pour a little bit on the top of it. Just go over the top of it, just like that. Just drizzle all over it. I'm gonna raise it up, get underneath it, set it back down, and put the rest right on top of it, just like that. Set that right there. And just do it like a brisket. Just gonna take it up and over. I like to take it over once, like that, and throw the edges in. Trying to keep it good and tight. Go back again. Like I said before, if it's too long, all you gotta do is just fold it over. This is what I'm gonna do right here. Crease it, put it right back down in here just like that right there. And then I'll just take my probe, if I can figure out where I stuck it at. There it is right there. Go right back down in the center of that. Just like that. Raise it back up. Just set it back up in there. And from there, I'm going to take my glove here and I'm going to rotate this back, the same position I had it a while ago. Rotate that back like that. Take my ambient temperature probe Stick it back down in here where I kind of know where I'm at on the more accurate temperature. I'm going to shut it back down and let it go until the internal temperature till the internal temperature gets about 203 on the tri-tip. So everything's looking good. We're going to keep going from here. We'll be back. You guys, I really do appreciate all your support. You know, all my subscribers, you guys watching my video. I really do appreciate that. I do this because I love barbecue. I enjoy it. I enjoy sharing. You know, what little I know, I enjoy to share that, and I watch other videos and learn from you guys and from other people as well. So I just want to take a minute, let you know, thank you for watching my channel. Thank you if you've subscribed to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please take this opportunity if you enjoy what you see and subscribe to the channel, watch other videos, and feel free to continue watching. So just want to let you guys know, I really appreciate you. Thanks for supporting Baker's Barbecue. And if you'd like to join us on Facebook, go to, it's under Facebook, it's Baker's Barbecue for the Backyard Barbecue Enthusiast. Just make sure you answer all the questions and we'll get you in the group. All right, there, I'm a fellow barbecue enthusiast. Here is the finished product. Got some pork butt here on the left-hand side, tri-tip on the right. And it's all shut down in Baker's Barbecue Competition Rub. And it is absolutely delicious. All right, there, I'm a fellow barbecue enthusiast. Got the cook all done. It took 10 hours on the Boston butt. Brought it to about I brought it up to about 210. I want to make sure that it was pro tender. And took it to 210. I took the tri-tip to 201. And pro tender, took them off. And turned out absolutely phenomenal. So it's been a good day of cooking. Hope you guys have enjoyed the cook. Hope you've had your own smokers going, had your own cooks going today as well. And just want to thank you guys once again for supporting Baker's Barbecue YouTube channel. Like I said earlier, jump on over to Facebook and join us as well on Baker's Barbecue for the Backyard Barbecue Enthusiast. Make sure you answer all the questions and we'll get you into the group. So it's been a good day. I want to thank you guys again. Till the next time I see you, happy smoking.